iMatter for Kids is part of my reason for being, and it started 8 years ago walking to my office at 5 in the morning in a kind of a cold, rainy day, and I had a vision of a playground. I don't know if I was part of that vision or not, but it was basically 2 or 3 kind of bullyish type guys and picking on one kid. Maybe they're 10, 11, 12 years old. And the 2 kids, which I think I was one of those, watching that, saying, hey, this isn't right, but what do we do? Do we stop them? Are we going to get beat up? Are we going to get laughed at? And so finally one of the kids said, hey, stop that. Johnny matters. And then the bullies turn around and it's like, oh, why did I say that? Now we're out. And as they take a couple steps toward the kids who spoke up, there's some noise behind the 2 kids. And as they're about to turn around, the bullies stop. And then behind them, they hear 40 or 50 kids saying, hey, he does matter. Stop it. And I had that vision that, okay, I'm starting a nonprofit called iMatter for Kids, and it's to help kids know they matter. And it may or may not be for the bullies or the people kind of pushing people around. It may or may not be for the kids getting picked on. I think it's more for the 60 or 70% of us who are bystanders. And as a kid, I don't think I spoke up enough. And I saw some things that weren't right. I think as an employee, I didn't stand up enough for what I believed in. So my wife and I created iMatter for Kids, and just, again, got to start somewhere. So we started a nonprofit, it's 501c3, and we had a vision to help kids, and using the synchronicities, and in our wonderful community of Birmingham, Michigan, we were doing some fundraising and parties, and just there was a lot of inertia and energy around, we want to help kids. And it has evolved to where it's now a mentoring program in the elementary schools. And we're using high schoolers to mentor these kids on communication skills, dealing with some anxieties, having fun, existing and thriving in an environment where they have older kids to talk to. The older kids are having a ball and learning from the 4th and 5th graders. And it's evolving now that we're starting to get involved in middle school. It could just be a hobby of mine in my kids' schools, yet my 10X, which keeps me going, is to affect 10,000 people in the greater Birmingham area. And that is where there's 10,000 people kind of all being a bit of a peer group on, yeah, we are a character of community. We're doing the right thing. We're modeling behavior for our kids. It involves the businesses. It involves our 13 schools in the city of Birmingham. And in the next couple of years, as we're affecting 10,000 people and we all have that sense of community, what a shift that is for our kids' education. And not just reading, writing, and arithmetic, but character education, creating citizens of the world. And so just for fun, what if we had 1,000 of these communities? That's 10 million people that are now using a bit of a structure to clarify what matters most, to realize what matters most, clarify who I am, and to follow North Star around our community where this is a great, safe place for our kids to grow up. And the kids are the ones who are really going to change the world, and we're here to model for them. So at 10 million people, that is a leverage point. That's a 10X.